Clever Cub tells the truth. Clever Cub stomped into the cave and threw himself down. "What's the matter, little one?" Mama Bear asked.
"Skippy Squirrel," Clever Cub growled, sitting up. "That's the matter."
Mama Bear, who had been napping, sat up too. "What has happened now?"
"Skippy wanted to meet me at his treehouse," Clever Cub grumbled. "But Fred wanted to play down by the river, and that sounded like lots more fun. So I told Skippy I couldn't play with him because..."
"Because you wanted to play with Fred instead?" Mama Bear said.
"No, I did not say that. That would hurt Skippy's feelings,"
Clever Cub shouted. Then he got very quiet.
"I said you wanted me to sweep the cave."
So you told a lie," Mama Bear said. Then you went to play with Fred, and Skippy saw you, right?" Clever Cub nodded.
"And now he's mad at me."
"Well, I think I know a story that might help," Mama Bear said. Clever Cub perked up a bit.
"A Bible story?"
Mama Bear nodded, and Clever Cub snuggled up to listen. Mama Bear said, "This story is about a girl named Esther. She lived in a place called Persia long, long ago. She was very beautiful, and one day she became a queen."
"A queen?" Clever Cub asked. "Was there a handsome prince, too?"
This is not a fairy tale," Mama Bear chuckled. "There was no handsome prince, but there was a king. This king was used to getting his own way, and when his wife would not do what he told her to do, he got rid of her."
"That was not very nice,"
Clever Cub said. "No, not at all," Mama Bear said. Then the king sent servants out to find a new queen. They gathered up all the beautiful girls in the kingdom. They gave the girls beauty treatments and trained them to serve the king. One of those girls was Esther.
"Did her mama and papa miss her?"
Clever Cub asked. Mama Bear answered. "Sadly, Esther's mama and papa had died some time ago, but she was raised by her older cousin Mordecai, who cared for her very much." Mama Bear continued the story. Before the servants took Esther away, Mordecai said, "Esther, you know our people were brought here many years ago as captives when our beautiful city of Jerusalem was destroyed. We are different from the king's people. We are Jews, and some people in this country still do not like us."
"Was that really true?"
Clever Cub asked. "It was," Mama Bear nodded. So Mordecai told Esther not to tell anyone that she was Jewish.
"Was that a kind of lie?"
Clever Cub asked. "It was," Mama Bear nodded again, but Mordecai thought the lie would protect Esther. After Esther was chosen to be queen, Mordecai got in trouble. He refused to kneel down to one of the king's officials, a proud man named Haman. Haman was very angry. He knew Mordecai was Jewish, so Haman convinced the king to make an order to destroy every Jewish person in Persia. Clever Cub's eyes grew wide.
"Every single one? Even Queen Esther?"
"Well, yes," Mama Bear said. "But remember, the king didn't know that Esther was Jewish, nor did Haman."
"Oh no! Did Esther tell the king the truth?"
Clever Cub asked. "No, not then," Mama Bear said. Esther was afraid to go to the king on her own, but Mordecai wanted her to trust God. He encouraged her and said, "Maybe you have been put in the king's palace for just this very moment."
"So then, did Esther tell the king the truth?"
Clever Cub asked. "No, not quite. First, Esther made a plan. She prepared a banquet for the king. Then she bravely went to the king's court to invite him to the feast. And she asked him to bring proud Haman as his special guest."
"And then, did Esther tell the truth?"
Clever Cub asked. "Yes, clever little bear, she did." During the meal, Esther told the king about Haman's plan to kill all her people, even his own queen. She told the king that she was Jewish.
"Was the king angry?"
Clever Cub asked. "With Esther? No, not at all," Mama Bear replied. But the king was very angry with proud Haman. The king made some new orders. One order to punish Haman and another order to give all the Jewish people power to defend themselves. All the Jews in the whole city celebrated with great joy. and Esther and Mordecai both became honored and powerful in the kingdom.
Clever Cub was scratching his nose and thinking hard. I think Esther probably should have told the king the truth from the start. She should have trusted God to be her friend.
And maybe you should have told Skippy the truth from the start, Mama Bear answered. You should have trusted him to be your friend. Then Clever Cub jumped up and started to run out of the cave.
Wait,
Mama called. Where are you going?
To find Skippy and tell him I'm sorry,
Clever Cub said.
because that's the truth.